ladies, let's get started today with some breath awareness. So come to a comfortable seated position. Bring one hand to your baby, your belly, and one hand to your heart. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your chin into your chest and softly close your eyes. Take a full breath in through your nose. Sigh out through your mouth. Again, like this, in through your nose and out through your mouth. One last one, in through your nose, filling up your belly, your chest, and exhaling slowly out completely. Sealing your lips and just letting your breath move naturally in and out through your nose in a nice controlled and steady rhythm. And so every time you breathe in, just feel that gentle expansion through your belly and your chest. And every time you breathe out, drawing your belly button in very gently and letting your chest deflate. Keeping your breath calm and even. Just a few more like this, so we can center ourselves here on our mat today. Feeling the connection to your heart with your hand, and the connection to your baby with your opposite hand. And always moving in a way that is honoring and respectful. So being mindful of your movements today. Gentle in the way that you transition. And take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Let the hands float down to the side. Bring your right ear over to your right shoulder just to release to the left side of the neck. And then bring your chin down across the front of your chest all the way over to the other shoulder, releasing down the right side of your neck. Good. Come back to center, and then we'll do some alternate nostril breathing. So the way that you've sat down, just bring your opposite ankle in front or your opposite heel on top. So alternate nostril breathing, you're going to take your two peace fingers and place them gently on the bridge of your nose. So we won't be doing any breath retention this time. We're just going to be letting the breath move constantly in and out. So I'll guide us through it. Peace fingers onto the bridge of your nose, and then you're going to gently close your right nostril with your right thumb. So we will breathe in through our left nostril, nice and slowly, nice and steady. Close the left nostril and breathe out through the right, just as slow and just as steady. Then we'll breathe in through the right nostril, close, and out through the left nostril. And so allow your eyes to close. Breathe in through your left nostril, close the left nostril, and breathe out through your right. In through the right, close, and out through the left. In through the left nostril, close, and out through the right. Just keeping it nice and steady and rhythmic. In through the right nostril, filling up belly and chest, close, and then out nice and slowly through the left. In through the left nostril, close, slowly out through the right. A nice breath in through the right nostril, close, out through the left slowly. And we'll just take one more round. So inhale left, keeping the spine up nice and tall. Close the left nostril, out through the right. In through your right nostril. Close, out through the left, and release your hand back down to your thigh. Then just pause here a moment, either with hands on your legs or connecting your hands onto your belly to feel to your baby. Just let your breath even back out and feel the calming effects that the alternate nostril breathing has over both body and mind. And bring your hands together at the center of your chest. We'll start with a little bit of movement. So on the inhale, reach your hands all the way up, nice and slowly, so just gently stretching. On the exhale, hands come down and wide, either sides of your body. So to get a little bit of a neck stretch here, just look towards your right fingers. And then on the inhale, reach the right hand all the way up. On the exhale, take a little bit of a side bend until it feels good for you as you reach. Inhale, breath will reach back up. And exhale, breath, watch your fingertips as they slowly lower back down. To the other side, inhale the left hand. Just reach up as high as it needs to be for you, moving gently. And then slowly start to bend towards the left. Good. Inhale, sweep the left hand all the way back up. And exhale, watch the left fingers as they slowly reach back down. So one more each side. Inhale the right hand, reach it slowly up as you breathe in. And then the exhale, start to take the side bend, moving really gently and really slowly. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to lower down. Look to the left. Inhale, reach the left hand. And then exhale, gently bend over. Just getting that nice gentle stretch. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, slowly lower down. Good. Back to center, both hands reach all the way up, and then we'll do cow face arms. So your right hand, bring it down and around behind you so it reaches up your back, and then bend your left elbow so it reaches towards the right fingertips. So don't worry if your fingertips don't touch. Just reaching them as far as they will go for you, and then draw your elbows in just a little bit. Keep your chin tucked, but lean your head back a little. So this will feel really nice to open up through the front of the chest, especially if you've been feeling a little bit of compression or tightness through the upper back and the shoulders. So sitting up nice and tall, take a full breath in, and a nice slow breath out. Good. Inhale, reach both of the arms up. And then we'll change sides. So the left hand, reach it down, up your back. Bend the left elbow. Good. Fingertips reaching towards each other and elbows reaching in opposite directions. Tuck your chin a little bit and then lean your head back, feeling that nice opening sensation through the chest. Take a full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good. On the inhale, reach both arms all the way up. And exhale, hands into the center of the chest. Good. Inhale, reach both of the hands high. Now we're going to take a nice gentle twist towards the right. So bring your left hand out in front, your right hand behind. And now this is just a gentle twist to relieve any discomfort in the lower back. So we're not twisting from the very center of us, but more higher up in the chest. So you'll decide where feels right for you. And it's just a nice, gentle, soft movement, yeah? Keep the neck nice and effortless and free, so no tension or tightness. Close your eyes and pay attention to your breath. So we want it to be moving slowly and steadily. No rigid or sharp movements with the breath. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Good. Inhale, reach both of the arms all the way back up. And then straight to the other side, nice and slow. So all of our movements are slow and controlled. And then you just decide where feels good for you. So we're not looking for that deep stretchy feeling, but just a nice release through the lower back, and that space, I guess, through the front of the chest. So close your eyes, maintain length in the spine, deep breath in, and slow breath out. Good. Inhale, both hands reach all the way up, and exhale, hands into the center. Good. Now coming into our little Indo squat. So however you like, soles of the feet to the ground, use your hands to support you. Find a position that feels comfortable. Press down through your big toes and lift up through your inner arches. Now if you feel a little unbalanced, keep your hands on the ground to support you. If you feel okay for balance, pray hands into the center of the chest. Good. And then let your glute muscles sort of relax down. Draw your pelvic floor up, and then use your elbows to gently encourage the knees open. Allow your eyes to close and the shoulders soften. See if you can create a little more length through the spine, just using your breath to do so. So every inhale, expand and inflate, and then every exhale, keep that space, but just release the breath out. One more like this. Inhale and exhale. And now coming into a forward fold where we have a few options. So bring your hands out in front, bring your toes to face forward, and then nice and slowly start to lift your bum up as you lower your head down. Now if you have high blood pressure at the moment, you want to keep your head a little more elevated. So bring your upper arm, or your, what are these called? Forearms, onto your thighs, and keep your head in line with your heart. So the chin can still be tucked in and you'll still be getting the stretch and the release down the back of the legs, but we'll be keeping ourselves from getting dizzy. If you feel fine in this pose, you can let your head come down a little lower, but just be mindful that whenever you start to feel that it's not benefiting you, please adjust, please adapt and change. So you can let yourself just fold over your legs, keeping the knees bent and the feet wider so that you've got room for your baby. You can make little movements if that feels nice. Pay attention to your breath. Stay connected to how you're feeling. Everything's slow and gentle. The poses are here to support, nourish, and benefit you. And then from here we're going to come up to a standing position. So bring your legs a little closer and we'll come up nice and slowly. So if your hands were on the ground, bring them to your thighs. And then take a few breaths here just to balance out. Eyes open will help you with your balance. Put a little more weight into the heels. Lower your bum and then slowly start to rise up. If it feels good for you, hands can reach all the way up over your head, keeping the head looking forward and that gaze steady. And then on the exhale, hands into the center. Good. Reach your hands high, take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, we're going to forward fold again, keeping the head a little bit elevated. So sink into the knees until your hands touch to the ground. We'll take a nice big step back with the right leg. So you can have the option here of a high lunge or a low lunge. The high lunge, your right knee's lifted. The low lunge, your right knee is on the ground. Yeah? And then we'll inhale, both hands all the way up. So just getting that nice length through the sides of our body, but not overstretching. So just be mindful, stay connected, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, hands come down. Bring them to the inside of your left foot for lizard pose. So you might want to bring the left foot a little bit more forward. Good. And then we'll make this a moving lizard pose, so adding the cat-cow movements. On your inhale, feel the hips lower and your chest lift up. Nice and steady. And then on your exhale, we'll round our spine and start to straighten through our left leg. So we'll do this twice more. Inhale, breath, lean forward, lower your hips, gently lift your chest. And then exhale, breath, start to lift your bum up, round through your upper back, Tuck your chin and just a very gentle draw in of the belly button. Last one. Inhale, breath. Lower the hips. Lift your chest. And exhale slowly back. Good. Inhale, come back. Step back onto your hands and knees, so we're in a tabletop position. And then the options here for a calf stretch, you can come to downward dog if this still feels beneficial and nourishing for you. So tuck your toes under, sit your body back a little, and then start to lift the knees off of the ground. So pay attention to how your breath rate is, pay attention to how you feel. Yeah. If this doesn't feel good for you, come back down onto your hands and knees, and then we'll just straighten one leg at a time behind us to get the same stretch through the back of our legs. So you decide either on hands and knees and then alternating between your legs to get that stretch down the back of the calves, or in your downward facing dog, you'll alternate between heels lifting and heels lowering. So just a few breaths here, slow, steady, controlled. Good, and then whichever position you're in, we're coming to lizard pose again. So bring your right foot forward outside of your right hand. You can choose to keep the left knee lifted, or you can drop it towards the ground. Then we're just going to let our hips sink down and slowly start to lift our chest up. Good. So practicing in a way that feels nice for you today. Every day is going to be different, yeah, depending on where your baby is sitting, depending on how you're feeling. So make sure that you move nice and slow and nice and controlled, and do what feels best for the both of you. Keep your breath slow, steady, stay connected. And now from here we're going to come into side angle. So lift the left knee off the ground, place the left sole of the foot on the ground, yeah, with the toes facing towards the left, and then your left hand, reach it all the way up towards the ceiling. Good. If this feels a little too stretchy for you, just take a block or a book or, you know, something that looks like a block or a book, and place your right hand on top of it. This will just give you a little more space, yeah? Then we're going to transition up into a warrior two. So we'll take it nice and slow. Left hand comes back down, and bring your left foot in just a little bit to shorten your stance. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. This will help us to lift up into our side angle pose. So opening up through the chest. Good. Activating through your thighs. Then when you breathe in next, we'll come to our warrior two pose. Arms are parallel towards each other. Your stance is shorter this time so that we feel a little bit more balanced. Gaze over the right fingertips. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Then on the inhale, we'll come to the lunge position again. So pivot on your left toes. Reach both hands up towards the ceiling. Either the left knee stays lifted or you can drop it down. And we'll take reverse prayer hands. So the prayer hands that we do in front, we're just going to take it behind us. So bring your palms together or hold onto elbows behind you, and then lean a little bit back into the pose, just as it feels good for you. So nice and gentle. Keeping the shoulders lower, the neck nice and loose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good. On the inhale, reach both hands up high. And exhale, hands down, either side of your front foot. Good. Stepping forward to the top of your mat, feet a little bit wider so there's room for your baby. And then inhale slowly into chair pose. So you want to keep your knees nice and bent and the chest lifted. Take a deep breath in as you continue to rise. Palms touch. On the exhale, take a little side bend towards the right. Inhale to center. And exhale to the left. Good. Inhale to center. And exhale. Hands come back down to your chest. Great. So now we'll do the other side. Inhale, reach the hands up nice and high. Nice and slow. Exhale, breath. We come to our forward fold. So just go easy and gently. No need to rush anything. We'll take a nice big step back with our left leg. Stay up high, either on your tippy toes or drop your knee down. And then when you're ready, on the inhale, both hands reach all the way up. On the exhale breath, both hands come down inside of your front foot for our lizard pose, where we add the cat-cow movements. So on your inhale, feel your hips drop, feel your chest lift. On the exhale, slowly reverse it. So you'll lift your bum up, you'll straighten your right leg, and you'll round through your upper back as you draw your chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale breath, nice and slowly. And exhale breath, emptying. And by drawing your belly button up towards your spine ever so gently, it's like you're giving your baby a little gentle hug. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And coming back to center. Stepping back onto your hands and knees. And then choosing again for our calf stretches. So whether you alternate between straightening one leg behind you in your tabletop position, or whether it feels okay for you to come into downward facing dog and alternating between which heel comes towards the ground, you decide. One is not better than the other. It's what feels best in your body. So honestly ask yourself, this is not a time to push yourself. It's a time to respect your changing body. We're going to come forward into our lizard pose again. So if you're on your hands and knees, just step the left leg forward. Feel the hips sink down nice and low. Feel your chest lift up nice and high. So as you sink into these poses, just bear in mind that the joints are maybe feeling a little bit more looser or a little bit more flexible than what you're used to. So mindful of this as you sink into the poses. We don't want to overstretch just because we can. We still want to maintain that level of stability. So keeping your thighs drawing towards each other and your chest lifting up. Then we can safely sink into the pose. So when we come to our side angle, we're going to lift the right knee, take the right sole of the foot to the ground, and then start to reach the right hand all the way up. Now if this doesn't feel good, bring your right hand to your belly. Connect to your baby. See how that feels for you. Keep the breath slow, steady, full. And then to help us to come up, we'll bring the right hand down, bring the left forearm onto the left thigh, and then the same deal. The right hand reaches all the way up, or bring it to your belly. Connection to the baby. Slow, steady, even breaths. Then we'll rise all the way up to our warrior two pose, shortening our stance so that we feel nice and balanced. Yeah? So don't need to sink too low. Just feeling that activation in the lower legs. So if you've been feeling like you have a little bit of swelling, or you're feeling a little bit fluidy in the legs, getting some strength and activation into the lower part of our legs will help with this. So nice ease into it, looking over the left fingertips. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And then we come to our high lunge. So pivot on the right toes. Inhale, sweep both of the arms up. Take a nice wide stance. So our center of balance might be feeling a little bit off at the moment. So take your legs a little wider than what you usually would. Make sure you're always positioned close to a wall or something to hold on to. Reversing our prayer hands on the exhale, bring them behind your body. Fingertips face up or holding onto opposite elbows. Lean a little back if that feels nice to open through the chest. Breathe fully. Good. Inhale, both arms reach high. Exhale, both hands come down. Good. Stepping forward towards the top, feet a little wider as we come into chair pose. So inhale, start to slowly rise all the way up. So So sink your bum as low as feels good. Good. Press your knees a little further back and then find a little bit more length through the sides of the waist. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale over to the right as you side bend. Inhale to center. And exhale to the left. Good. Inhale to center. And exhale, hands into the center of the chest. Good. Now just pausing here a moment. So if you feel good with your balance and there is a wall or something close to you, feel free to close your eyes, but do it so very carefully. If you feel a little wobbly, if your breath is a little choppy, please keep your eyes open. Just pausing here a moment, leveling our breath out. Hands are either in prayer, or if it feels more nurturing for you, hands onto your belly. Keep a slight bend in your knees so we feel the activation in our legs, drawing the energy up through the earth. And then getting ready to come down. So take the feet just a little bit wider, turn your toes out, reach the arms all the way up, and then exhale nice and slowly, squatting down into our little Indo squat once more. So you might need to adjust the feet once you come down. Find a position that works for you, and then sink your bum nice and low, but draw your pelvic floor up. Again, use your hands out in front to help balance and support you. Gaze just out in front, eyes soft, or bring your hands together using your elbows to gently encourage the knees open. See if you can relax through your face, your neck, your shoulders. Lengthen just a little bit through your spine. Let your breath be full and even. And then we come to sit all the way down. So hands out in front or behind, sit your bum all the way down, and then bring the soles of the feet together into the butterfly. So sitting up nice and tall, we're just going to have little pulses through our little butterfly wings, and then adding in some neck stretches if it feels nice. So you can drop one ear to one shoulder. You can look over one shoulder, or you can make little semicircles. Whichever movements, make them nice and gentle, nice and steady and nice and slow. There's no rush. Just finding whatever works for you in this moment to offer a little bit of relief and a little bit of release. Especially because we're carrying all this extra weight now in the front of our bodies. The back muscles might be feeling really tight and really stiff. So the more straight that you can sit up with shoulders back, and then the gentler that you can make these neck movements, the slower and calmer we can keep our breath. We can start to create a little bit more space. And so slowing your movements down, both neck movements and knee movements. Allowing your eyes to close. Hands either holding onto your toes or resting on your belly for support. When you breathe in, feel your belly expand. And then when you breathe out, gently, gently drawing the belly button in, and feel like you're giving your baby a little gentle hug. One more nice slow breath like this. And slow breath out. And now we're going to position ourselves near the wall. So either move your mat, or if you're already by the wall, great. And we're just going to do a few last poses there before we come to our Shavasana. Alright, so positioning yourself near the wall, take your bolster or your cushions and we'll place them behind us to support our head and our lower back. Sorry. Good. And then bring yourself up nice and close towards your wall. So from here, however is most graceful or most easiest for you, we're going to bring our legs up the wall. So go gently and then bring the soles of our feet together. Hands onto your belly, feeling that warmth from your hands seeping in to connect to your baby. Then let yourself just sink into this position. So bringing the feet as close down towards your body as comfortable. And if you need to be propped up a little more, just place another pillow behind the back of the head, neck and shoulders. You want to feel completely comfortable, relaxed and supported in this position. Pay attention to your breath. Let your shoulders relax down. Let your facial muscles relax. See if you can smooth out your breath even more. So it's not a forced breath, and it's not an overly deep breath. It's just a nice, consistent rhythm. Now if you're after more of a chest opening in this position, just take your hands more overhead into the cactus position, back of the palms facing down, and this will allow a little bit more space across the front of the chest. So we're going to move on to the next position on the wall. If you would like longer here, just pause the video and then replay it when you're ready to move on. If you are ready to move on, we just take one leg all the way up, second leg all the way up, as close together or as far apart as you like. Let the feet be relaxed. Let the hips sink down into the ground. Position yourself a little closer towards the wall if that feels better. Bring your hands back towards your baby if that feels more nourishing. Close your eyes. Let yourself sink inwards. Feel the nourishing benefits of this pose. And let yourself be completely present. Feeling that by taking time to care for and consider yourself, how you are taking time for caring and considering your growing baby. Slow, steady breath. Relaxed body, calm mind. Now if you would like to take a little extra time here, again just pause the video. Stay as long as feels beneficial for you. If you're ready to move on, just slowly bend your knees and press ourselves away from the wall. So however is the most easiest for you, whether that's rolling all the way over and then coming away from the wall. Good. Bringing yourself down onto your back if it still feels okay to do so. And then just taking the knees from side to side to release through your back. So this is more of a gentle release through the side of your body and through your hips rather than a twist. So keep your knees nice and wide. And then just gently side to side. Pausing wherever feels best for you. Now if it no longer feels good to spend a few moments on your back, just prop yourself up in this position. So use your elbows to support you, or come all the way up onto your hands, and then the same view. Just bring the knees side to side. However many times feels nice for you. And then we'll prepare for our Shavasana. Okay, so to prepare for our Shavasana, you want to make yourself as comfortable as possible. If that means laying on your back with your legs and your head a little bit more supported, then take that position. If it's going to feel better laying on your left side now, make yourself as comfortable as possible using bolsters or cushions or blankets, anything that helps support you. So a nice one is to bring a bolster or a pillow in front to rest your belly, and then 2 for your legs. So 1 in between your knees and 1 in between your ankles. If you feel better to have a blanket for your head, you can place a blanket for your head. Slowly bringing yourself down, propping yourself with your support. You can bring one hand to your belly. Close your eyes. Let your breathing completely return to normal. Nothing forced. Feel your top leg completely relaxing. Feel all the muscles in your face softening. And let yourself completely enjoy this rest and relaxation that is just for you. And when you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, start to draw your attention back to your breath. Feel it nice, deep and full. Feeling your body relaxed and your mind calm. This deep connection to your growing baby. Let a little smile creep over your face, knowing that by taking time to nourish you, you're taking the time to nourish your baby. Give your fingers and give your toes a little wriggle. And then as gently and as carefully as possible, just start to sit yourself up. Coming into any comfortable seated position. Moving slowly. Take your time. Hands onto your belly. Sitting up nice and tall as you take a full breath in. Sighing it out. Twice more like this. And out. One more in. And out. Bowing your head a little to your heart. Lifting your heart a little towards your head. Shoulders relaxed. Breath is free. Thank you for coming to practice today, for taking the time to honor and respect your body. Know that you're doing an amazing job. Know that by giving yourself this time so that you can take care of you, you're in turn taking care of your growing baby. Bring hands into the center of your chest. Bow your head even more towards your heart. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a lovely rest of your day or a lovely evening, and I will see you next time.